This is Kajol Jadhav and I am here to explain daily current affairs for UPSC Civil Services exam. French President Emmanuel Macron's visit underlined the growing strategic convergence that draws India and France together. Why Macron's visit to India is important in the international context. Explain briefly the engagements of India and France in the economic, strategic and defense fronts. What is the importance of Indian Ocean for Paris? Why China is trying to dominate Indian Ocean? This can be the most probable question for 2018 exam. One can see it under GS Paper 2, Bilateral, Global and Regional Groupings and Agreements involving India and or affecting India's interests. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from thehindu.com dated March 15, 2018. What we are providing here is just a 10% sample out of the full-length video. Visit our website iasvideos.com to join the course and to unlock all videos. We offer this pen drive course cash on delivery on Amazon.in too. Amazon will deliver our course to your doorstep. What is the context about? With French President Emmanuel Macron's recent visit to India, the India-France strategic partnership launched in 1998 seems finally to have come of age. In these 2 decades, both sides have gradually enhanced cooperation in diverse fields covering civil, nuclear, defense, space, counter-terrorism, education, research and development in science and technology, culture, urban development, climate change, trade and economics, and people-to-people contacts. Why Macron's visit to India is important in the international context. In the international context, India and France can benefit from a shared understanding of the challenges that the world is facing today with the global uncertainties produced by Trump's disruptive foreign policy. India and France are working together to implement the Paris Agreement on climate change which Trump had repudiated. The Eurasian component of China's Belt and Road Initiative also affects France because the 16+1 initiative incorporating East European and Balkan countries will eventually be at EU's cost. The BRI's maritime dimension is a particular concern to New Delhi as China is building bridge heads around India. But France has to be concerned too because of its equities in the Indian Ocean. Explain briefly the engagements of India and France in the economic, strategic and defense fronts. Economic ties. India is selling itself hard with the 7% GDP growth and improved ranking of ease of doing business, but the economic relationship has been below potential so far. India hopes that France will start to consider India as good economic partner as they consider China. So far, India has struggled with EU perception that no matter how India is strategically related to European countries, as far as trade and business is concerned, India comes at second place after China. Also, India-EU summit gives important opportunity for EU to forge an India-EU FTA, which has been pending since 2007 because of certain issues relating to protectionism on EU side and India's reluctance to open the domestic industries and sectors that are not yet matured enough to be a part of global competition. EU expects a breakthrough since the present Indian government is committed to free trade. Strategic. In recent years, India has entered into more than 36 strategic partnerships, but France remains the original one. Today, the strategic dialogue has become institutionalized at the level of national security advisors. The agenda has also expanded to include counter-terrorism, intelligence sharing, and cybersecurity issues, in addition to the original nuclear, space, and defense-related matters. France was the first country with which India conducted a joint naval exercise called Varun. After the 1998 nuclear tests, our two countries have continued to hold this exercise over the years. Defense. An agreement for building 6 Scorpion submarines in India with French help was signed in 2005. Similarly, technology sharing and acquisitions of short-range missiles and radar equipment were concluded. Joint exercises between the air forces and the armies were instituted in 2003 and 2011 respectively. The government-to-government agreement for 36 Rafale aircraft salvaged out of prolonged negotiations for the original 126, which were at the impasse, was as much driven by technical requirements as by political considerations. What is the importance of Indian Ocean for Paris? France has given a cautious welcome to China's Belt and Road Initiative, but Paris has concerns about the flexing of Chinese muscles in the entire Indian Ocean region. France has major Indian Ocean naval bases such as Djibouti or La Réunion, and future strategic cooperation could persuade Paris to allow New Delhi access. Why China is trying to dominate Indian Ocean? China's primary areas of interest are the hotly contested waters and islands of the East and South China Sea. The US maintains a potent naval presence in the area. China thinks it's a big boss which has finally come into its own and can run over neighboring countries roughshod. Their treasury is overflowing with at least $3 trillion. They can afford to push and show neighboring countries around. China will maintain both its carriers there, although it will make symbolic port visits in the Indian Ocean region, especially to Gwadar in Pakistan.